Good afternoon, guys. This video is brought to you by Nahil Rumi and this comment. I'm going to talk to you guys about how to make the ultimate study tool for USMLE. Step 1. Start with first aid. Start with first aid for USMLE step 1. The next step and the final step, annotate your first aid for USMLE step 1. I'm going to put a link at the end for my how to annotate your first aid for USMLE book, but that's all you need to do. 1, get the book. 2, annotate it. Which secondary source you use to annotate your first aid book depends completely on you. Personally, I like the technique of starting the morning off with questions from UWorld and then reviewing for the rest of the day. So my annotations would consist primarily of UWorld. If there's details about some pathology that I'm having trouble with, then I would go to Pathoma. But I wouldn't keep first aid and Pathoma separate. I would annotate my first aid from Pathoma. I would add what extra details Pathoma had into my first aid book. I'm sure you can tell by now that your first aid is going to be chocked full of information, both from UWorld and Pathoma. At the same time, you don't want to create this monstrosity of a book that you can't get through. Only add the details. I'm not saying to write down every single word in the explanation on UWorld or every tiny factor in Pathoma, just things that are relevant that you think you need to know. Now let's talk about Sketchy Micro and Sketchy Farm. Excellent resources, absolutely fantastic. I still remember images all now and I haven't looked at it in forever. This next piece of advice, I don't really know how legal, is legal the word? I don't know. Okay, I want to save my ass and say that I'm not encouraging you to do this. I just know that a lot of people do it and that it helps them. So if you think you might want to do it, maybe try doing it. But I'm not saying to do it. It's just something you could do if you wanted to do it. So if you don't know, Sketchy Micro, it's cartoons. It's like little figures that are drawn out and they have these memory clues for pharmacology and microbiology. Okay, so what some people do is at the end of the cartoon, when everything for that topic is drawn out, they take a screenshot of the final image and print it out. Some people take a screenshot and write notes under, or bullet points, or key terms like banana means potassium, and they write that on there and they print that out onto like computer paper. So the first half is the image and the second half is like their personal notes or something like that. The reason I'm not sure how legal it is because once you put it on physical paper, you can just hand that out anywhere. Once you like take control of their product that you have to pay for, it's not a free service, you have to pay for it, that can be distributed everywhere and they're losing tons of money. So that's why I'm not saying do it, I'm just saying a lot of people do it and it helps. Okay, and that's it, guys. The ultimate study guide for USMLE step 1. It's actually 2 different products, your first aid book, chock full of all your notes from UWorld, from Pathoma. Like, to be honest, those are the most popular secondary resources, but whatever resource you come up with, Crush USMLE step 1 I believe is another source, USMLE step 1 secrets, whatever source that you find helpful, stuff all that in your first aid so you have that one book that you just go to for everything. You know, you don't have to keep looking through different resources to find it under what section, whatever. It's all in your first aid. That's your Bible. Just fill it full of information and that's what you'll use forever. Your secondary source is going to be Sketchy. It's going to be a little booklet that you make. You can have it bound up or you can have it in like computer papers, just stapled, whatever you want, in a folder, whatever. And just have that as your go-to for micro and farm. You can title it on top, you know, do whatever you need to do to make it a very easy resource to just refer back to. It makes it a lot easier. Instead of like going to the video again, rewatching the entire video, you could just open it up and look at the notes. If you choose to do so, not that I'm saying to do so. Also, I'm not saying that I've done it either. I'm not admitting that on the internet. Okay, I'm gonna end the vlog right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, I just remembered these last few tips that's gonna make studying a whole bunch easier. Spiral bound your book. It just makes it so much easier when you're taking notes in a tiny corner. Well, this is not the perfect page to show you, but like if you want to write right in the corner, having it spiral bound is so much easier. And I find sticky notes help a lot. If you don't have enough space within the page to write all the information you want to write down, add a sticky note and it's extra space. And then last thing, I'm pretty sure this is the last thing, get labels for the different subjects. It's just easier to flip to. I want to go to micro, boom, micro, right away. Okay, that's it for sure, I think. End of the video. Thanks for subscribing, bye!